What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. Oh, man, it has been a heck of a last couple days at work. 14-hour days, Monday and Tuesday. Needless to say, tired. We still have a couple days left. Anyway, still out here in Old Mogi, doing my thing, all that stuff. But what I want to touch on today, I'm in a very strong debate, and I have been for several months now. Can't make a decision. I been in this pickle between what fish finder I should purchase for my pontoon boat. So, give you a little backstory. Bought this pontoon boat because, like I said, fell in love with it. It's cast me out 24-foot Sylvan fish, or I think it's called a cruise and fish. It's pretty sweet. It's mostly party barge, but it's got a fishing option on the back to where you got two fishing chairs and little live wells, a rod locker. Like I said, sweet boat. Anyways, didn't really anticipate on making it like a full-blown fishing boat. Definitely gonna keep the party barge aspect of it. I mean, I have very nice sound system set up in it. Got two JL Audio tower speakers off the back tow rack bar thing. And then I have a 10-inch wet sound subwoofer under the steering wheel, Fusion head unit, Polk Audio 6.5s. Like I said, sound system sweet, sounds amazing. Shop there in Tulsa hooked me up. Boomers Audio, man, they did a stand-up job on it. Brought it to them. I usually do a lot of things on my own, but I was like, you know what? I'm traveling a lot right now. I want this boat to be ready. It sounded superb come my birthday. This was last year. Come my birthday, because 4th of July, I want to be out on the water, enjoying my music, not trying to figure out where I did something wrong, which, was a possibility. So anyways, it's my party barge, but since I got this slip out on Fort Gibson now, and I don't know, I had intentions of buying a second boat either this year or next year and make it a dedicated fishing boat, like get a flat bottom John boat or even like a bass boat, older something, nothing crazy, something I wouldn't get upset if I bumped it up against a tree or getting up into some brush, fishing that. And also I'd like it to be able to duck hunt out of, because I do some duck hunting too. This past year I didn't do any, time just didn't allow it. But anyways, thought I was going to. Got thinking about it. I was like, man, I like my pontoon boat. It's big, but there's a lot of room. And my buddy Meeker, he was like, hey man, dude, we should just fish off your pontoon, man, because we get in these fishing competitions. What if I guarantee you, we'd be the only ones out there winning the fishing competition while having a party all at the same time. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want to envy us? So I was like, oh man, alright. So I'm like, well, first order of business, gotta get a better fish finder. Started doing the research on it. Man, there's technology has carried a long ways since, I don't know, since I remember being on my grandpa's boat with his fish finder and him showing me this little line on the screen that he's like, that's a fish. I'm like, how do you figure that's a fish? And the old technology, 2D sonar type stuff. Needless to say, came a very long ways. Now they've got side imaging, down imaging, and active imaging, and 2D sonar with chip or chirp and ping and chart plotting and avionics and I mean, literally, the list of features on these things goes on and on and on. That, man, a couple months ago, I didn't know anything about, and I was going into it blind. Started doing a lot of research, started YouTubing, asking a couple of people around. My brother works at a boat shop. Talked to him. He's a lot more avid fisherman than I am. Talked to him, talked to some of his sales guys. Went to this past boat show last month here there in Tulsa. Talked to some of the people there. What's the best fish finder? What's biggest bang for your buck? What's gonna bring me to the fish? Or the fish to me? Yada yada yada. Well, it was a couple weekends ago. I was up at Bass Pro, and I wanted to actually put my hands on them instead of just looking at them online. Put my hands on them, look at them, push buttons, do all that stuff. And I'm sitting there looking at the Humminbird ones, and oh man, I'm like, they're nice. I really like these. And then I walked around the corner, started looking at the Lowrance ones. Well, there was a Lowrance sales rep or field rep, however you want to call him. He didn't really introduce himself, but I don't really care. It was during Bass Pro's Crappie Madness sale they had a couple weeks ago for like a week or something. It was a great sale. I kind of went a little crazy purchasing jigs and jig heads and all this stuff for crappie fishing because I do enjoy crappie fishing probably more than any other type of fishing. It's what we kind of grew up on. And honestly, out of a lake, that's probably the best eating fish you're going to get. I mean, catfish is definitely a close second to me, but crappie, I don't know. I just love crappie. So anyways, there at Bass Pro, and I've always leaned more towards the Humminbirds because there's a couple YouTube channels of crappie fishermen that I follow very regularly. They both use Humminbirds. But anyways, pulled around the corner to the Lowrance guy, started chatting it up, man. He never downgraded Humminbird and said my fish finder has this and theirs doesn't. Never said anything like that. And he knew his product. He did very good well. There's a sales rep for Lowrance there. It wasn't one there for Humminbird. But then I'm sitting there and I'm looking, watching YouTube videos of bass fishermen and other crappie fishermen and see what type of fish finders they have on their boats, and then it ties into, this whole new realm of tying your fish finder into your trolling motor and like having it GPS and spot lock. And man, there's all this stuff for trolling motors now too. So I gotta get a trolling motor for my pontoon boat too, and I'm gonna kind of mount it in a different way than you've probably seen before because I have two little kids and they like running off the front of the boat like we all do. I mean, even at 31 years old, I still like running off the front of the boat and jumping in the water. I don't want them to stub their toe and on the plate that mounts that trolling motor to the floor, so I'm going to mount it off to the side. But so anyways, the Lowrance one, you have to get a Motor Guide brand trolling motor. Humminbird matches up with Minn Kota, and then you step into like the reviews of the Minn Kotas versus Motor Guide, and then that's a whole nother YouTube video, to be honest with you. We won't get into that because I'm not trying to purchase fish or trolling motor this weekend. That'll probably be near future. So anyways, back to my fish finders. We got, what is it, the Hummingbird Helix. I should have been more prepared for the Helix 9, all that jazz. Helix 9, I just had it up here. Helix 9 Mega Side Imaging GPS Fish Finder and Chart Plotter. Yeah, has all sorts of features on it. I think it's the Generation 2. The Generation 3, which I think is the G3N, which to me means Generation 3. I haven't found anything that says this is what makes Generation 3 better than the Generation 2 I mean, this one here is Generation 2, and it has mega side imaging, GPS fish finder, or GPS fish finder and chart plotter. Um, Storage for 2,500 waypoints, Ethernet connectivity, auto chart, compatible with avionics, Bluetooth, view your text messages and missed calls on your screen, 9-inch screen. Price point on this one is right at $1,000. So, you know, that's right there in my wheelhouse, what I was anticipating on spending. Like I said, I was leaning more towards the Humminbird before I ran into that Lowrance guy. And the Lowrance guy kind of basically sold me on this one, which would be the Lowrance Elite 9 TI2 fish finder chart plotter with US, Canada, and avionics and active imaging 3-in-1. I guess to me that's what the biggest difference is between these two, is you can put like 3 different screens on just the one screen on this Lowrance. At least, you know, they really target that market of being able to do all 3 of those on one screen. That Helix 9, I'm not finding. I think you can do like 2 different screens, but you may have to like bounce back between the 2. But anyways, this Lowrance one, it has 9-inch screen, the side imaging, down imaging, or what they actually call side scan and down scan, and then the chirp, which would be their 2D sonar. The active imaging, I guess that's like comparable to maybe the mega imaging, that Humminbird. This one also has the smartphone notifications and the wireless networking, can do all the avionics, maps, and all that stuff. This is the one that hooks up to your a certain motor guide, trolling motor, and you can like hit on, like if you see a brush pile on your side imaging, you can like select it, and it will tell your trolling motor bring you there and hold you there. Man, that right there, that technology just literally blows my mind whenever I came across that type of, or that information. So anyways, that's where I'm at with all this. So I want y'all's opinion. I don't care if you have one of them, have both of them, don't have either one of them, have just done the same research, and maybe you just are more studious than I am, and you can actually translate stuff and depict stuff and what actually makes something better than the other. Help me out. Leave a comment, give me a like, give me a subscribe, do all that stuff. But yeah, so my main purpose, obviously, crappie fishing, finding them brush piles, finding just those bait balls and stuff, and I'm not only gonna do crappie fishing. I'm gonna do bass fishing and you know, catfishing, running out of trout line and stuff. But it's a mixture of it all. I do it all. I enjoy it. I just love the sport of fishing. I love being on the lake, and I want to start catching up with the times, I guess would be just a simple way to put it. Let me catch up with the times and just I want to be competitive. I mean, that's really, I'm a very competitive person. I want to be the best at anything that I do, and I like that competition aspect of anything. I mean, I'd like to get in some fishing tournaments. I think that'd be a blast. Of course, if I do, y'all are going to be part of them too. So yeah. Anyways, give me a subscribe, hit that like button, give me some feedback. Let's talk fish. Let's talk fish finder electronics. Let's talk trolling motors. Let's talk boats. Tell me what kind of boat you have. Tell me your setup. Let me know. I want to see what you guys have. I want you to see what I'll have. I mean, eventually I'll put stuff up of my boat and all that stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to build this channel and get there. It's really hard to do whenever you're out of town 5 to 7 days of the week, away from your boat. My boat's name is Tan Lines. I think it's very fitting. But anyways, hey y'all, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you all on the flip side. Have a good one.